Not gonna lie, I've had KFC for the first time in several years today, and the biscuits in this loading screen look better than ones I got. I'm a little jealous. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. Oh, I can use spacebar. Ooh, okay. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Just throw that clock out the fucking window and stay in bed forever. You slept through the school year and gave up on the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet Colonel Sanders. Game over. Already? You might not be cut out for this. Let's try that again. Kind of reminds me of Golden Sun. In the beginning of Golden Sun, you get asked if you want to embark on a quest to save the world from disaster, and only you can do it. And you actually do get the option to say no, and if you say no, they just go, oh, well, I guess we're doomed then, and it cuts to game over. I don't know why, but I love it when games put that option in. It's kind of like saying, this would make sense. You shouldn't do it, but it makes sense that you would have the option to. Alright. Smack that clock up and at him. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find yourself your imagination getting away from you. And your ability to talk in English slipping away. I would click this one, allow yourself to daydream a bit, but I'm gonna click on this one. I've seen what the other one leads to. I'd better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. You burst through your morning checklist. Teeth brushed, hair combed, pits deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. Personally, I would have preferred an orange. It's a palate cleanser, and it prevents you from getting a weird flavor palette. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but it's like when you have a taste already in your mouth and you eat something else and the flavors mix really strangely. Like, if you eat an orange and then drink coffee, the flavors will conflict really badly because of the cream you usually put in your coffee. The citric acid will actually spoil the cream, which is why it tastes funny. I think that's the reason why. Don't take my word for it, but it definitely makes sense. That sound effect. What? Just what you needed to get your blood flowing. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend, forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Good morning, Cambion. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? The rest of our lives together? Or just in general? Actually, I'm Because I sure am excited. A little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. What's the... It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam, raised by Master Chef parents. She's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since when we were little babies playing together, and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. Also, I'm sorry I made that quicksand box. I'll move it closer to the playground next time. But with University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for dramatics. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Good. Like the enthusiasm. She should keep at it. Should you pep talk her, or change the subject, give her some relief? What if I want to tease her a little bit and make her a little bit more insecure? I mean, I would totally never do that. Ever. Change the subject. It's hard to see Miriam like this, and frankly, quite exhausting. Rather than dwell on her anxiety, you try to change the subject to something more interesting. All summer you've been hearing rumors about a dreamy, enigmatic student who is enrolled at this school. For the 3 days we've been going here? Have we been here for 3 days, or is this the first of those 3 days? And if it's the first of those 3 days, and they only have 3-day semesters, how would I know about the enigmatic student who most certainly isn't also a colonel in the armed forces? Yeah, that's a little worrisome, but you'll be fine. Now, what about this mystery student we've read about on the school message board? Any new deets? Ugh, I never say deets. Deet is actually a bug repellent that you use for camping. So it's kind of weird that people shorten details to deets. Just weird. Oh, get this! I heard his name is Harland, and he's no ordinary student. He's a colonel. They say he has powers, and he had them ever since he was born, from an egg. Like a chicken? Okay, game, okay. Well played. An egg. Like a chicken? Don't be ridiculous. Although, I mean, we all technically come from eggs. That's more on the single cell basis and not so much on a... Never mind. But that thing about powers, it would line up with some of the other rumors I've heard. Like I heard he once fought a bear with just his smile. You get a quick drink of coffee. Throat was starting to hurt. You both sigh, thinking about a student so handsome that the laws of physics don't dare apply to him. Dreamy. Before you can get another word, you're rudely interrupted by someone smacking your books and custom-engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground.
Hey!
It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants and she knows it. Like a snaggletooth and a boob window in her outfit. Hello, Ashley. No, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. Right back at you, prostitute.
You leave Cambion's shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins.
I just realized she has chicken legs on her tights. You can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. Oh, I was supposed to... I'm not really doing voice acting. Just... not that good yet. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man, has stopped looking at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight, you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rockin' glutes. Ahem, Van? You rang? You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. And we're going to leave their choice of style alone. I can't believe the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students.
I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us our diplomas now.
Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. I don't think that's what he would actually sound like, but trying to add a little bit of diversity in the voices. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. See you later, losers. Die, little child. As you approach the doors, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. What?
Oopsie. I think it's broken.
You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick.
I love you.
Get away from me right now. I think you mean thank you.
My name is Pop. I was named after my mom.
Oh my god. Let's try that again.
My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old.
You're not old enough to be here, are you? Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Cambion. So, are you going to make me hold the door all day?
Nope.
And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? I'm not even going to begin to dignify that with a response, Miriam. I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure of where to sit. Other students wander in, keep themselves busy chit-chatting.
Jesus.
Scruffy-looking Pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. Adorable. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Oh, okay. Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Bark. What? Cute Dog's our professor. This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up on all the nuances of fine dining. Okay, if a dog's nose is the only thing capable of picking up on the fine nuances, then why are they there? Because they're not meant for dogs, they're meant for people. I'm not saying dogs don't deserve good food, I'm just saying if I'm cooking for another person, I'm not going to go out of the way to make it so that they can't identify everything in the food. I'm just going to make it good for them. But yes, corgis are adorable. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom.
I'm chilly. Someone close the window.
Thought you were Pop. Or Bob. And then he walks in. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him. If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats-a-Lot. Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. You two both know my name, and we were in the same kindergarten class. Oh, yeah, that is me talking. And what is with all of you, really? You're really weird insults. I was almost at haircut. Take a moment to clean yourself up. It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and get some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all that, the dog can talk better English than I can. And when it's all said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Okay. I would have given it like a nickname similar, like around something to do with heat and kitchens. So you could say, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen, which is a popular saying. But, you know, combining broom with kitchen is perfectly acceptable, I guess. What do I know? Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet. Late to class is bad enough, but you're interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school, with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Even when he's angry, he's adorable. And let that be a lesson to you students, that tardiness is unacceptable. My throat is in too much pain to do a lemon grab impression for this character now. But I deeply regret that, because I want to do it from here on out. Even Clark made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referring to. Is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. The class bursts into laughter. He's a grill. You know, like the ones they use at McDonald's for because the red handle on the front is so you can lift it up and down, but the thing on the top of that is weird. It looks kind of like it would be for turning, or maybe it's a deep fryer. Yeah, I think it's a deep fryer. You take the thing on the top is a handle to remove the lid, and that red thing isn't to lift it up to but to the basket that you put stuff in. That's what it has to be. Alright. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks into the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep whiff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. I've never heard of a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. What kind? Beef treat, rubber ball, chicken snack. Well, normally I would be giving a dog a ball because they like to chase them. At least it's been my experience with dogs. They like playing fetch. Or, in the case of my last dog, instead of playing fetch, she would sometimes try to just snatch the ball out of midair, but if she missed, she would go chasing halfway across the world to get that ball. But this was made by KFC. So everything, all the right answers are going to be chicken-based. Chicken snack. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. Oh my god, that's adorable. Well, well, well. I think there might be some competition for my new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of wet, warm doggy drool. That's when you pet the dog to give them their drool back. You see the other students eyeing you jealously. Well, yeah, I got the, like... I just got one-on-one attention from a dog. What more do you want? But you pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds opened to the amazing possibilities of culinary creations. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the classroom. Only 2 options remain. Hey Cambion, there's still a seat here. Seems no one has claimed this seat next to me if you're interested. I need more coffee. Sorry. Two good options. But which will you choose? I'm gonna sit by the Colonel and steal his recipe. You move over to take your seat by the Colonel's. Move over to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me the seat. I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can, and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. That's inspiring. A little off topic, if you ask me, but okay. The narrator's like, okay, whatever. Moving on. As you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz.
Yay, a quiz about me.
This includes importance and surprisingly short quiz. No, this incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A is leaving point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Okay. Well, it depends on where you're working. If you're working at a place like KFC or Taco Bell, it doesn't matter at all. It's not going to affect the food at all. I'm just kidding. It's extremely important. You should always wash your hands if you work in any kind of culinary field, because you might be delivering that food to me. So please wash your hands. That's right. Forest is a tree as chicken is to egg. Night vision goggles. Slam dunk. Neither of these have anything to do with chickens, so it has to be feather.
That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created?
Comically oversized fork. A meat tenderizer. A spork, because it's a spoon and a fork in one. And it's the only piece of silverware you get from KFC.
That's right. What food is best for a broken heart?
Camel meat. A pancake that looks like a silly face. I would like a pancake that looks like a silly face, honestly. Not like every day, maybe like once a month or once every 2 months. Because diets are a thing. Anything, as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. Preferably no salt, because diets. I am on like a low sodium diet, so I have to avoid a lot of foods that are tasty.
That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy?
No. He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is the best boy. Yes. Yes.
That's right. Your total score is...
Perfect score, 5 out of 5.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Wow. Be honest. Did you cheat? Not entirely. I mean, I knew the answers in advance because I saw someone else play this, but I didn't need to because as they were playing it, I was like, yeah, that's the right answer. Yeah, that's going to be the right answer. You look up to see Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess. I think you have a beautiful brain. Okay there, Hannibal Lecter. Hot diggity, Cambion. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance.
May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch.
Oh, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that at a school dedicated to cooking would be so serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters.
Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good.
Everyone, can I have your attention?
Is it about lunch?
No, I just want to apologize for my tardiness. You see, Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But
Shh! Lunch!
She said, shush! In honor of the new semester, I've prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Redundant, but okay. Indeed. The smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this. Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you. Ooh, sorry. And you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. I need a drink. Announcing that so that the pause makes sense. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I've developed a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. But my calculations, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around the room and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. That's all I'll say about that. What? You think we want your stupid recipe, dude? Psh, nah, my dude, nah. I'm just, drafting the last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just, writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful, and I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame. With cooking skills like this, she wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van, the man, if you don't want any. I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hide in his pure exhilaration and acts unimpressed. Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of his bucket. Are you trying to be suggestive there? Putting bucket in quotation marks? I won't stand for that. I'll sit down and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. You let the food rest in your mouth and focus on it, scrutinizing every flavor. Salt? Maybe? Yeah, definitely salt. Pepper? Too obvious? That's two. Oregano? Basil? Maybe. There's something else. Something dark. Something spicy. Dig deeper. 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 Oh, not that deep. I just realized the center of this thing looks almost like an eyeball staring at me. If you stare into the abyss, it'll stare back. Yes, even deeper still, until you find it. Could it be... Oh, okay there. Well played, game. Well played. You really did it. How bold. How adventurous to use. Try to go even deeper into the sea of flavors. But this revelation alone is more than you can handle. You snap out of it and realize that this information was meant to remain a secret. And yet, you now know. The mantle of responsibility now rests upon your shoulders. As you look around, you realize that everyone in the room is consumed by the lunch. No one noticed that you've traveled through space and time. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. Okay, don't give me any other options here. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wonder if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. There's a chicken on top of his cane. Sorry. Just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? This semester's only getting started. We got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give up so early. Or give it up so early. But it doesn't hurt to be patient or persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun?
Aw.
You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, then leans in. Feels warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient. But you can't tell. I use something my great-grandmother taught me. Wow. You'd never... Oh, shit. Sorry. Sorry. Well, you'll have to pause that moment and play it. And blank. Definitely isn't the flavor you tasted before, so now you're 2 ingredients closer to knowing the full recipe. But you don't tell Colonel Sanders that. While you're wrapped up in the huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. Everyone else is still in the cafeteria. You decide to look for him. Why? He went off to do something. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. Think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Nag him to show you your own strength. Vow him with a big deal to add additional ingredient to really spice things up. Be modest but thoughtful. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex, but but comforting. The interplay between salty and savory and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Cambion. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. What? I'm sorry, what? Okay, the comment I made about Hell's Kitchen, throw that out. This looks like Iron Chef. I haven't seen many Iron Chef competitions, but this definitely looks like Iron Chef. You step inside. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no. We have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not gonna blow anything. Except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature, adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you. But, unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Who's Miriam gonna be stuck with? The little kid, the guy who thinks he's a ghost, or the walking kitchen appliance? Part of me is thinking the tiny kid because she makes tiny food. He's kind of small and kid-like. And the ghost and the kitchen appliance will work together. I don't know. Maybe. Hey, Colonel. Would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two. That is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner?
Aw.
That's not the voice I was going to give you, but cool. Sure, Cambion. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice.
Hello, new partner.
Beep boop. Oh, the kitchen appliance is adorable. Oh my, two potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know what to do or who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Clank. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today.
It's okay. I already ate.
It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. And that's why I chose him. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Tissue? I hardly know you. Clank judders, and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. That's time to focus on your own cooking classwork.
Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea.
Doesn't it take flint and steel to make the sparks that start a fire? Not 2 pieces of flint? What do I know? Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. Well, gee, one of these things is not like the others. One of these things is the only one you can find at a KFC, and that's mashed potatoes and gravy. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we can make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes? And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll get the potatoes. No, please. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? Or just cooking partners? Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep your fingers off my man. What even is this game? Did someone call for me? No, she said man. No. Jeez, Van. I'm over here crushing Cambion's dreams. You're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders... Jesus, loud. Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into the boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no, it looked like Cambion was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was gonna say, Colonel, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Well, she may have a point about me not being exactly human. The only thing she's a perfect match for is the corner outside. Don't you feel deep down that we can cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel, if you don't watch out. Ashley's really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Why should I turn to them when I could just knock her out with a right hook? Actually, she's standing on one foot and she's in heels. I could just kick her leg out from under her. Let's turn to Colonel Sanders. I'm here to learn and express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay? Turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I choose Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right? A businessman respects all fair agreements from contracts to handshakes. I took on Cambion as my partner for this activity and I stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Cambion's natural talent or their loyalty. Damn! Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. Okay, that music is like seriously, Thank you. Look around for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hands. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. The gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The result looks spectacular. Granny would be very proud. I'm going to turn the music back on. Hopefully it's not. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab a hold of it. But he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand, holding the same spork. And for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensils into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you lift the spork of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Cambion. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I have potatoes, face? Van rushes back over a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes and gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty. Braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade, forged by my supreme chef ancestors. And it's a pretty cool looking axe. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate.
No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic.
Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. Oh, I don't feel so good. It killed him.
Everyone step back. Don't take another bite.
When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip, the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop whines in pain for a moment, and then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self.
Oopsie. Tastes like poison.
The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are motionless as statues. The glass bell rings, disrupting the moment, and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds.
I'm not sure what the professors here make. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money.
Poured sprinkles. Hello. I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please let me walk you home. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on. Follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them reminded me of why I became so Tasting them reminded me of why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Cambion?
McDonald's.
There's something I need to tell you.
Hold it right there. Hold it right there, criminal scum. There's something I need to tell you first.
Oh, jeez.
You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef in the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working towards that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights.
We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star.
Hey, no, you... Shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story.
The only star is the one on top of your head. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally kind of killed a guy? So what poison did you use? I'm really curious because, I mean, that killed him pretty fucking quick. Anthrax? Cyanide? Was it cyanide? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Doing that voice is really killing my throat. The spork monster is here to fight a hero. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me, just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me, because I'm monster. See? Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? Before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? What is this, RPG Maker? Because I'd go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love? Does 1 damage. It just got real. The attack really upsets Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Decide to go on the attack. It worked last time, right? Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attacks. Focus their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. Will grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Defend. Trepidation. You hold your head between your hands and mutter, "This is not happening, this is not happening, this is not happening, this is not happening, this is not happening." This Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Use utilitensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Spork Monster's oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. Wonder who's going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. What? Top 5 power pinch. What? Does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. Okay. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Alright, I would go with this. Yeah. No one will ever walk the quad in fear again. This monster messed with the wrong chef. You'll never survive my student death loan destruction. Spork Monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders looks on in awe. You continue to surprise me, Cambion. Defeat the monster left behind a special item. Appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy, keep your eyes open. Darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home in your tired state. You don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you're tucked in tightly. Good night, Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there. 1 second. Instructing your love dreams. Instructing in your love dreams are weird. Oh my god. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling, thinking about the secret you've discovered. While tasting Colonel Sanders' cooking yesterday, you can't believe he really used. And there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because I hit the button a little too quickly. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I might be, I think I might like him? Like? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him, I mean, about him I like. I like him. We got to talking after class. He's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. I'm gonna let you process what you just said while I take a sip of water. Have you got the crazy out of your head yet? It's an appliance. It's a deep fryer. Did you know Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? Did you know that Colonel Sanders never actually went to a culinary institution? Bet you didn't. No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to. And was also the convertible that he himself rode. He was the convertible that he himself rode? Huh. In at the front of the homecoming parade. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker translation. Or language translation there. Oof. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy. Like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You should punch this bitch in the face. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? However, you don't tell her that you know a second ingredient too, which you discovered on your own. Your bestie eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? If not, I could add one. Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived later, when I cooked with him. Very strange feelings came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Miriam, are you cooking with cannabis? Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we stayed in touch, you know? Like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, 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 it would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? Make up a fake ingredient. I quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about Eye of Newt? It was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt. Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. Oh my god. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Stand back and admires majestic glory. Run to him. Tackle! You decide the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up onto the back of the stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. And it'll spook the horse. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. However, your sudden movement surprised the horse, and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. Oof. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Oh, Cambion, I'm here to deliver you a message. Not this guy. It is important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end. So you know, it's serious. I've been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you could save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. That name is But before he can continue, you suddenly wake up. Oh, jeez. Sounded more like a horse than a ghost. Oh, jeez, Wilbur. You wake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his natural seasoned musk? Yeah, let's compliment the horseshoes. Maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running to... Fuck. One thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. Could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. With that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see two rivals. Ashley and Van Van are doing something bad. By the way, they're hiding. You know it must be really bad. Who's that on the wall? It almost looks like the guy that played Monk. I know it's not, but it kind of looks like him. Like counterfeiting recipes, bad. Experimenting with restricted ingredients, bad. Summoning a demon, bad. What's wrong with demons? Not all of us. Not all of them are bad. Try to get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Oh, that was actually clever. How long were you waiting to use that? Did you think of it last month? I'm going to nudge to them, but really try to look good. Tell them to stop acting immature. You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behaviors. Only the school is to be respected. The kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking school, are you? You make the rules? No. I don't make the rules. But you will obey my word. I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. Well, your friend there killed someone. No one can dispute that right now. He definitely killed someone. That's not cooking, that's poison. That's a totally different skill set. Yeah, there's a classroom for assassination that I've heard about. They'd probably be pretty good. He makes a lot of headway there. Probably send him over there. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. Could you try less hard? Finally get a look at what they were hiding. You instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the Spork mobster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. The book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth.
Airplane!
Before you can dig any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, boop. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Just womp. What? Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. I don't know if you should be messing with that Autobot. It'll probably put you in a slap chop. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely you must know that this is a ruse. Right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save for the arena. At least. Or don't, honestly. What do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. I'm starting to like him more now. Maybe I can help you with your business plan? Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog.
Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn.
Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's the scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face. Down, boy. Down. Atuthapen. What? The command shown by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. And after he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to this lesson. Truly, you do. Which is why, in 1776, the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Cambion? Naturally, this appears to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A shimmering pepper, glass of water, dog biscuit. I have a glass of water right now, actually. Pretty sure he's not wanting me to taste the dog biscuit. I'm pretty sure it's the shimmering pepper. Brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way. So naturally, you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. Oh boy. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. Feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend. Oh. This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... Cough, cough. I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is...
Sorry, I think I still got some spice stuck in my throat.
It's fine. I'll work through. To fulfill... the prophecy. You must. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh man. Come to and find everyone staring at you.
That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever.
You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enters to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. I honestly forgot the voice I was giving him. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. You're on! Bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, and so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Fool. Do you pity me? Good one, Van. I like your gumption, Cambion. I'll be watching your performance. Just things reach a boiling point, Sprinkles steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness.
Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting count.
Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief.
At least not until we start. At least not until we turn on the timer.
Just then a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." You could have said super hot and it would have been just as fine.
That's what I'm talking about.
My throat is too sore to do the sound effect. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone's wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now it's my chance to shine. And just like a diamond, you'll be cut. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one. And you're feeling like you can really impress him again. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. 100 degrees Celsius. It was asking what temperature water boils at.
When it gets to rub my furry belly, let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season the chicken before you can cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. It's 11 herbs and spices. That's right. You do not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies.
Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. Gratitude. That's right. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. A small town where big dreams are born. That's right. This is your shot, and you're not gonna miss it. Again, I can't do that sound effect right now. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Silence. That's right. When they taste your cooking, they will be so taken with it that they'll be unable to speak. Just like I'm unable to speak my native language all the time. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Cambion. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. And all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. Don't you growl at me, you little pug. I'll kick you in the butt. I wouldn't kick a dog. I could threaten one all day long, but I can't actually do it. A person, on the other hand, I could totally kick a person. You're stranded on a desert island with only one desert cookbook. Which do you take? I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focusing on the challenge? You're falling behind. Crafting a spectacular fried... You're really struggling to keep up. The next station over, Ashley has begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. Pick the dough into the stand mixer as you do the crown gas. Yikes. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Cambion does. The good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get very far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hands into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Cambion, no! Ow. But you're not fast enough, and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. Campy, I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh wait, that was me talking? Whoops. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, wouldn't be fair to compare two dishes on account of Cambion's injury. See Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he looks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. I should read and vocalize what I'm seeing and not try to fill in the blanks. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under the white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Cambion to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders,
if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you find a delicate fried cheese croquette, atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly. I mean, I'm actually wondering what that would taste like. I think it would be too busy with the flavors, and it doesn't look like you get a whole lot of it under that dome. I would have rather had like the very bottom being nothing but honeycomb, and then on top of that like a vanilla type of ice cream. And if you're going to use these jelly, well, I mean, the flavor combinations are good, but I think instead of blueberry, I would have gone with like raspberry or cherry, because I think that would go better with the honey and just like completely fill the dome. But that's just me. And the little flower and all that kind of garnish I would have had on the outside. Again, just me. Colonel Sanders seems to be intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. As he places the sauce-covered finger to his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel. The rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. I wonder if there's a way to win that. The beautiful weather feels like an insult inside of you. A storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. Okay. You got me on that last part. But don't you dare insult my cooking skills. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and the small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you enrolled in culinary school. Incredibly handsome, successful, motivated, great mustache and goatee. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. Your looks are partially inherited. You can do things to change them, to enhance them. Certain haircuts look better on different people, but that's way beside the point. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician? I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. Oh, that's referencing the other game. There's a whole nother KFC game. Maybe I'll do that one next. I don't know.
I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. I think that one might be true. I lost my innocence when I picked up a firearm and put a bullet in my rival. He survived. For a while, anyhow. Did you double tap? I first read that as I don't know. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together. Which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to offer. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside him. A burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork Monster! Gorko, the Spork Monster, is here to fight a hero. Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge him. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so no, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He's already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think give him much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what Cambion is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose we really don't need to fight. It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws. All the better for enjoying tasty food. Surely like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do. Inspiration strikes and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this. You toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth, and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious! You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were a human once? Well, no, I was a chihuahua. But I was still a student at the school until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. Magic spellbook. Mean kids. Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way, I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I'll be there. Sounds like there's some bad cooks in the kitchen of life, Cambion. Together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made a decision never to stop searching, never to stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. But I'm not sure I nailed it yet. But I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy, or something crispy? Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it secret just for you? Normally I would just say keep it a secret, but I'm thinking reveal it now. You decide you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. Reach into your lunch bag for a special dish you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. Shredded cabbage just glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Blech. Magnificent. Together you chow down the creamy coleslaw, or creamy slaw, until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire the taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. I realize that now would be the perfect timing to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap an item to discover more about the Colonel. Oh. How about the cock? I'm not mature at all. You know, it's a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realize that it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little nose clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Okay. How about this urn? You take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders, standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them? Cheersing them? Oh. Clinking them together like, you're like glasses. Okay. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. The door just opened. What the hell's this? This must be where he keeps his secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to the Colonel? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and the mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be the Colonel Sanders himself. He had a mustache and beard as a baby. I'm impressed. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? Tep and I am discovering more about the Colonel. Alright, what about this? Look, it appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. This is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. Honey? It's a scented candle you pick up to try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in the lake? Summer of 69. No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's... Tap an item to discover more about the Colonel. Lock of silver hair woven through the teeth of a comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? He opened the window to crack a breeze. He was swept out with the breeze. Oh, there's only one thing left. It's this door that opened up. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of signature white suits hanging within. You take one off the hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in a scent. They say the home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear the Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish he's been working on. He wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks why you're wearing his jacket.
Aww.
I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. Forgot to take it off. So now's your moment to make a big move. Logical. Nah, tell the truth. I was snooping. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. Might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving the Colonel in the midst of such emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Cambion. I honestly think this might be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. You should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! What the hell? You wake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, blank isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Let me guess, chicken and waffles. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. I was close. It's meticulous. It takes Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, Would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. What makes you think? My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Fair play. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Take him down a peg, flatter him. You know, I think we make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. With the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? He'd be talking to you? Elaborating so quickly. Overcome with emotion, confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and go home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Why? Where have you been? Borking the Colonel. Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate talking to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. No, I happened to someone else. It's okay, I was just... But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. You went on a tiny dried fruit? I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you'd better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful, and I'm not that kind of girl. Fair play. Sorry, I was just adjusting how I was sitting. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection... Wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agreed to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. So, Jesse and James, you gonna do your whole spiel about saving the world from devastation? Or are you gonna cut straight to blasting off and out of my fucking way? You can tell from the distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop.
What's a swirly? It sounds delicious.
It's great. I'll order you up one right away.
I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog. And a treat.
You can get your swirly dipped too. Why don't I pick on someone your own size? Are we talking about him or her? Because they're both way two different sizes. Oh, hey, look. Small, large, and medium in that order. Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school? Apparently we have two very different opinions as to what constitutes a big man. I was under the impression you were just compensating based on that hair. There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Cambion. Suggest I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. I'll never give up. Ever! Reminds me of something I saw from, Russell Brand's videos. Someone sent him hate mail and were like, I'll never vote for this. I'm gonna leave the politics out of it, but yeah, it was funny. Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Cambion, how's that hand feeling? We'll surely be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Yeah, I heal pretty quick. Maybe not that quick, but I do heal pretty quick. Are you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What are you doing complimenting her? What about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? I can't. It almost sounds like innuendo, and I know it's not, but it's almost there. And if she's using it as an innuendo, it's a very gross one. It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Cambion. I'm more than capable enough to speak for myself. But I was talking for me. You know, when Miriam has bigger portions than you got a problem. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk inside class, Colonel? I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Cambion. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered from yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, what's that book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It appeared to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. This really doesn't sound like me. It really doesn't. A grimoire? A book like of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? People that are really conceited. Because if it's really powerful, you probably don't want to attract a lot of attention to it because other people will find out that it's really powerful and will be looking for it and will be looking to kill you for it. So you want to make it look like the most bland, nondescript thing that you possess, and you make something else like a cookbook look really flashy and like it might be what they're looking for. That way when they go rooting for it, that's what they find, and then they try to decipher it. Not that I would know such things. I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. Let's not go with that one. I use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Don't do it. Don't. If you're going to use a memory erasing spell, you don't target yourself, you target someone else, and you have the spell, so you're casting on someone else, and the target of the memory you want to erase should be someone you want them to avoid interacting with. Or, actually, I take that back. The best use for that spell is the first time you meet someone trying to steal something from you, like a magic book. So someone hears about your magic book, they break into your place to steal it, you incapacitate them, and then you use that spell on them so that they lose all memory of you and you kick them out. They go on with their life, completely forgetting that they ran into someone with magic powers. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming up, but I assure you, it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially stops in his tracks. He focuses on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence, I told you never to come back here. Terrence, I will destroy you. Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off of his face. Squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder if that is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You'd better not show how your chubby cheeks around here ever again. Later, Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance. He returns to his professional tone. I apologize for that outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Cambion, for reminding me to dole out the indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friend Jeff and Joan, J&J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down to the mountain
or off a cliff for all I care. Was that a timer going off? Clink begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Did he die? No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. I knew he was a deep fryer. They keep calling him a pressure cooker. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition. Showdown Challenge Exam. God. Alright, it's bothering me way too much to do his voice. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam. Are you okay? Okay. I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. Look at he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone. Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you are gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not gonna saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta. But I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it. And a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank, or anyone else you meet today, or tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm gonna make a very special soup. I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. That's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through the quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Cambion's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making the dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. And cherry blossom petals, apparently. Cambion, what are you doing here? There's still time before the exam. Just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? It's too bad. I was hoping you were cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off.
You decide it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No. I can smell that it was made with a heaping help of TLC. Actually it was MSG, but, you know, semantics. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. Moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. Well, I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. This is except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely preparing to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect in his original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Blaster. Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with a lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Okay, at least she's self-aware. Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. It wasn't... We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take the opportunity to fight magic with magic? Even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Alright. I'm all about magic and darkness and vampires and all other cool shit, but I'm also about winning. And if I cast a spell that's going the easy way, and Colonel Sanders said that would be a losing strategy, so I'm going to do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I would have said skill, but whatever. You know, passion's a good substitute for skill, I guess. I'm gonna do it the hard way. Sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms. He gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Cambion. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Cambion, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice Miriam is at your side, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Well, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's a secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. Watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, Spark Monster. Steve, wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We Spark Monsters are many, and I think Gorko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids are culinary... Shit. I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath the cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles into the pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup and back in the old country, you can feel the spork muncher winding up to tell a very long, involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, he does a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. You summon extra power from the... What? Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how long you could ever win. Some extra power from deep within yourself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange. That's culinary. Energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Cambion. You are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have never been burned in the entire life to this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You're gonna levitate off the ground, energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything. Except turn back time. Which would be super useful because while you were powering up, the chicken pot pie overcooked and the oven can't be served. But don't worry, Cambion. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides they've earned his support. I'm watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps to your station, stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you managed to make is mac and cheese, and the time is almost up. You're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds his delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surprises their individual efforts. Are you suggesting we combine forces? We can form the perfect food union?
Time's up, students.
The time expired. It's the moment everyone has been waiting for.
You must now present your dishes.
Handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student.
I'm flying.
It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants.
Pop, get down from there right now.
Let me guess. Did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought wedgie was a salad.
Looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. Can I be excused?
Sure.
You kids and your pranks. I must say it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank. Where did that pressure cooker roll off to?
Wait to hear a signature word beep or other onomatopoeia, but there's none.
Somehow he must have gotten unplugged. I guess we'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long.
Oh, that was actually like the narrator, not the dog. Whoops.
But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup. My word, it's so delicious. Is that a teeny tiny nadarumaki I spy afloat in its itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. Some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself.
Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl.
Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself.
In a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup.
A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours.
Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug.
Thank you, Cambion, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish.
I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. That looks good, but it looks like I would get stabbed so many times eating it. Kinda want it.
Did you skewer one of the urchin with spines from a different colored type of urchin?
Yes, Sprinkles.
A bit much, don't you think?
That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in, sniffs the uni, but can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it, erratically causing the custard to slosh around. Arf, arf. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded.
Ouch, my tongue.
The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue.
Disqualified.
A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? dejected. Van does not go gentle in the night. Disqualified for glamour? Don't discount sympathy. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom, Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup, topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. Okay. I'd eat it. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school. Got toast in your ears or something, Cambion? I told you it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say it is beautiful, however, there's a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it. And did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to College of Eating, School of the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it, if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. I know there are some countries that eat dog, but they're just too cute. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to fake nice or try to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders are the final cooks. Step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines closely. Sorry about that. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Oh, I don't have any good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a little drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing, and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. Thanos, get away from the bowl. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes their class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality and into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even the Von and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit they really are indeed that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they do better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment, to get their groove on. The cafeteria is been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems... Hi! DJ Dog in the house. Oh god. You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to fighting the wrongs they did while they were villains. Did they hook up? Because they kind of look like... They kind of had that feel like they should. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, this pork monster, he has totally mellowed out. Everyone, the spork monster is no more. From here out, I prefer that everyone refers to me by my name, or my new name, Party Monster. Soons tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Dejected student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his head, or his dirty chef's hat. Sorry. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete your final exam and accept your diploma. So we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh. I like how the dialogue matches what I was thinking. Now I get it. And now we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of Chancellor such and such. Okay. I thought it was like a word in a different language, not just 3 words smashed together. Okay. The music of the dance interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. You didn't have to call me out, game. You really didn't. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. That's the first thing you said that made sense. The portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in history of chicken, and man, by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? No, it's not the end. What? As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Cambion. I can't help but wonder if... Was our final exam team up purely an act of strategy carried out by two cunning chefs, or was it something more? I'm afraid I can't answer that question directly. Instead, I'd like to ask you a question of my own. May I have this do-si-do? Colonel Sanders extends his hand to you, and you feel a surge of energy jump off the tips of his fingers. His hand, the hand of a master chef, so dedicated to the craft of a fine cookery, so tender yet refined, so milky smooth, fingers like finely battered drumsticks, turned in flour, soaked in buttermilk, and dusted with exotic spices. But they do not reach for tongs, a knife, or even a spork. Tonight, they reach for you. And though our feet may tire of dancing, I believe that this is just the beginning of our steps together. Colonel Sanders, you not only join me on the dance floor, but in the kitchen as my co-chef and partner in both business and in life. You gasp. Could it be? Is he really saying me and you together? Ever since I met you, my dream has changed. It's not just enough to simply open the world's greatest chain of chicken restaurants. No, even then my life would be incomplete without you by my side. So what do you say, partner? I say, I love you. The end.